What's up, everybody? It is I, Sigma, and we are back with episode 31 of the BBET GamesCast. I'm joined by Superman Jeff.
What's going on, people? It's your favorite superhero.
As well as Blue Bones.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Blue Bones BLUB0 NES.
Why did the NES sound so delayed? That just threw me off a little bit.
NES?
Yeah,
because, like I thought of just the Nintendo
the
Entertainment System, but you went like
Zero.
NES. Anyway, we're going to start, as we always do, with what we've been playing. I honestly have not been playing very much at all. I'll go first real fast. I've been playing a game for review. We finally got some stuff to take a look at, and I'm playing a game called Lena's Inception. I have not written or produced any of the content for it yet. I'm going to hopefully knock that out before the end of this, before the start of the new week. But essentially think old school Legend of Zelda, like top-down Legend of Zelda. But it's a very meta narrative. Like, they know that this is an homage to Legend of Zelda, and they're kind of playing in that fact. Like, part of the story is you're kind of an NPC in the world, like you're a school teacher, and then a glitch kind of disrupts your school. So, like, you can't get back into the school building. The building looks like a bunch of glitchy textures and stuff. And as a teacher, she's worried about her kids who are still in there. She's like, what's going on? I need to go find some help to help save my kids. She finds the hero of the story, Lance. But, you know, Lance isn't very talkative. He doesn't say much to her. She's not sure he understands what the situation is. And then she tries to, like... Right, exactly. So she tries to, like, take him and, like, train him with the sword that they found and stuff. And he ends up getting killed. So without a hero for the story, Lena kind of is...
Steps up.
Yeah, she kind of has to take over for the missing hero. And, like, they keep mentioning that throughout the game. Like, oh, Lance will do this, Lance will do that. It's like, wait, where's Lance? Wait, why do you have the sword? Like, stuff like that. So it was pretty interesting. I'm at the very end of it now, and it's gotten... the thing is, the whole game is randomly generated. So imagine it has all the same trappings of Legend of Zelda, where like you go to dungeons, you find an item, like say a bomb, like they have actual bombs in the game, and then you can use that bomb to beat the boss, but then you can use it to break rocks or openings in the overworld so that you can get to new areas. And that you can tell it's kind of segmented in where first you get this thing, and then they'll put certain blockages that only that thing can get rid of. And that's how they segment the world. So it doesn't matter in what order, as long as the random generation puts these things before those things. You get what I mean? So you can keep regenerating the world, and you'll get like a different map each time, and you can find different items in different orders. But I think the story still maintains the same structure. And so for the most part, I like it. But things do get more original once you get towards the end stage, because that glitch mechanic becomes an actual item that lets you do something really cool. Like, you know how Zelda games scroll? Like, you'll walk off screen and it'll scroll to the next screen, and then you'll hang out in that square. You can glitch yourself so that you can walk off the left side of the screen and then come back on the right side of the screen.
Oh, like Pac-Man.
Oh, okay.
Yes, like Pac-Man. But like, you know how in Zelda, like, even though it's one screen, you'll see like, oh, this is a platform that you can't get to from the left side. But if you were to walk off the screen, all of a sudden now you're on top of that platform or that mountain or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And then now you can walk off to the other side of the screen, which you couldn't do before.
I got a question.
Right.
Do they list this teacher's salary for her to be going through all this? Like, does she get paid? I'm hoping she's being compensated, like...
Facts.
That's a good question. Well, I mean, you know, adventurers, they make bank. They just go in people's houses and break pots and stuff.
She'd probably be like, just, you know, F these kids. I'm going home. I mean...
They
I'm gonna start looking for a job tomorrow.
They make fun of the trope that adventurers just break into your house and take your money. So now that she's an adventurer, she's welcome to just take people's money.
That always worries me when I go into a place, because certain games, you know, that's like Skyrim. If you went to somebody's house and took some type of stealing,
they count
that
as
even when
stealing.
I go into what game was I playing? The Witcher. Even when I go into Witcher and they just have random stuff in. I'm always very skeptical about taking stuff.
You're just looking around first, right?
Yeah.
You're wondering if this game actually cares about that or not.
Yeah. Because it's like, you know, you go, oh, what are you taking my stuff for? Because, like, Skyrim was notorious for that. Like, you just couldn't just take whatever you want.
You could put a bucket on somebody's head and then still rob them blind, and that was fun.
And they couldn't see. The eyeball goes away. It's like...
But that's pretty much all I've been playing. What about you guys? Who wants to go next?
Okay, I'll go next.
What you
Stuff
got?
from Borderlands. Haven't been playing much, so I'm not going to go into Borderlands because it's a little bit of the same old same. But Friday, me and my buddy Joe, we went to Magic pre-release.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to talk to the folks
Yes,
about that. Yeah, man.
Theros Beyond Death. So we got our pre-release packs. We get there, we got our stuff. Opened up all my packs. I got poop. It was just me and both got like no good cards, and I'm just like,
And it's like you
man,
have to pay for the privilege to be disappointed, right?
yes, it was $25.
Wow.
So this is the original loot box,
Yeah,
like
25
trading
bucks.
Oh
cards.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Trading cards original loot box.
yeah. It's
We all
25
know
bucks.
that. There's a gambling factor. We
Oh
all
my
know
god,
that.
you're
Yeah.
not lying. So we got it. They give you a nice little premium card, and the premium card was okay. It was a rare, whatever.
Mhm.
No mythics, so I'm just like, this is the worst group of cards I've gotten in the pre-release. Usually pre-release, last pre-release I went to, I got like $100 card in that pack.
Oh
It was
wow.
like,
Wow.
yeah. I actually still have that card. It's still worth like 80, 60 or $80 or something. But
Wait, it went down in value?
they
Oh,
go
yeah.
up and they
Depending on what people are using it in, it's standard or modern. Depending on if it's very popular or not. It depends on what the value of it is.
Interesting.
So it fluctuates a lot.
Okay.
So
Let's do a cut right there.
Yeah, 'cause
What happened?
I think your
Yeah,
controller
did your
died,
sound?
yeah, I plugged it in. I don't know why it was
Okay.
just I think if it's inactive for a little bit, it just shuts off.
Yeah, I hate
I'll
that.
just-
That does that for a Skype call.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to just keep randomly pressing the stick.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, back to so the value is dependent on if it's being used in what format, if it's popular, if it's in demand. If nobody's purchasing it, then obviously it's
Mhm.
gonna be a lower value. So
It's fairly similar to the stock market.
yeah,
Hard stock
constantly
market.
up and down. You might get a card like Joe was telling me a buddy of his had a card. It was like $100 when he got it.
hmm
Now it's down to like 25 in a matter of like a couple weeks.
And some
Were there
of those
any
cards
were there
end
any
up
like low
ending.
value cards like at the start that eventually like skyrocketed? Like someone like made like a
That happens too. So like sometimes you'll buy a card, it'll be like $1. And you're like, oh, well, I need a couple more of those. You go back and look. Now it's up to like $25.
Yeah. Depending on new cards that come out that you can combo with it.
Yeah, if it's been
Okay.
reprinted, stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
reprints, new artwork is a
Yeah.
pretty high selling factor too.
and there's also if it's foil, if it's depending on the artwork on it. Sometimes there's unique art ones. So there's like it'll be pre-release will have like a unique art one where you can't get that art one at any other place besides a pre-release. But so we got the poop cards. You got to make at least a 40 card deck out of it. It can be more cards, it has to at least be 40. So I wanted to do red and black, couldn't do red and black because it just wasn't enough of a strategy there for me to be able to do that. So I wound up doing green white. Green white had a
Oh,
lot of
that's not bad.
a lot of white, a lot of enchanted creature, get tokens, that type of stuff. So a lot of
Blackjack.
yeah in there. So I wound up finishing. I didn't understand the ranking system. I think I lost one match and I won 2 matches and I won 6 others. Joe wound up getting first place.
oh
Oh wow,
congrats
Yeah.
to him.
nice.
I wind up getting 8th.
That's not bad. How many people
Out of
were
7?
out there? He said out of 7.
Maybe I want to say at least 20.
That's not bad at all.
Hey,
Oh.
good job.
But
man.
the thing was, me and the top 3 people all had the same record.
What?
How
So
does
Yeah.
it just
That's
it just
what I'm
goes
saying.
down to when y'all beat each other.
We didn't have the people that were but I didn't play them. So that I didn't understand the ranking system. That's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
don't understand it either. That
it
seems
just
kinda
depends
wonky.
on how many losses. Like even if I won a set, so it's best out of 3. So let's say you won 1 and then lost 1 and then won the next 2. So you would have got more points if you would have won just 2-0 straight out.
Oh, that's
Okay.
not cool.
No, but the
I
other people-
get it.
They had the same thing.
Oh,
So the points should have been the same.
Yeah, they lost 2 and won 6. So it just didn't make any sense to me. But it was fun. Didn't really get any good cards, but I did we had this one card that was a standout for me, and it was only a rare. It's a 2-drop cat, and
You say
the cat.
cat?
It's a cat. It's a
Like
lion.
CAT? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a lion, but it's green and white. It's a 3/3, which means its power and its toughness is 3/3, and you could pay 1 green and 1 white mana, and the cat becomes indestructible, which means it can't be destroyed.
Oh,
I know what indestructible means.
I was about to say, like, I'm pretty sure that was a universal term.
He said, I know what it is.
I felt like
But,
shade.
So I kept buffing it up, making it stronger and stronger, and then they couldn't kill it. So I just kept making it indestructible, and then I can make it hexproof. Hexproof is they can't use any spells or anything that target my particular creature. Yeah, so you can't kill it. So it's indestructible, which means
like,
see, he always on some cheating stuff.
Yeah, that sounds like it's unfair. Like, how do you have an invulnerable creature in the middle of the game?
There's ways to kill it.
There's stuff. The only way to target a hexproof creature is AOE. So it doesn't particularly target the creature. It targets everything on the board. But nobody was running in any of that. My problem is the cat could take me so far, but because I didn't have any finishers, like no hard hitters towards the end, like any like really, really, really good cards, I couldn't
like
really
a stopgap.
Yeah, like the 2 matches I lost, it was really close. But that's also because it went on too long, and he had like a planeswalker and a god and stuff like that. So, but it was good. It was fun. It's always good to. I forgot how much I miss going out and playing in tournaments and playing different people and putting decks together. So probably doing a little bit more of that. I was gonna make some videos of it, but I don't want somebody to think I'm cheating. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you are.
You mean like by recording the play?
Yeah, our match. Like
right.
Yeah. So, but it was fun, and that's yeah, you would. But that's all I've been playing besides, like I said, Borderlands.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, so just before you start, Blue, Jeff, can you just move to your because like you're like dipping behind my box and I'm not gonna be able to see your face. So go ahead, Blue.
So for me, I've been playing the work game pretty hard, but I'm playing Sword Art Online. I played a lot more of this Fatal Bullet game, and so before this, I had watched Sword Art Online, the first series, right, where they did the initial game where they got stuck, and they went to ALO, which is like the fairy version game.
Oh, they go
right?
to what is that? Elfengard or some crap? They go there game?
Mm-hmm. I didn't think it was too bad. I had watched it a long time ago. But now I'm playing the Gun Gale game. Mm-hmm. And I was like, let me just watch the anime too, because I hadn't,
finished that?
I had watched it before. So I was doing a whole bunch of research, and I finally found out that series is called Sword Art Online 2.
Yeah.
If you search for Gun Gale, which is the game that they're playing,
it's a different...
It's
like an offshoot thing, but that was actually really good. I like the Gun Gale one a lot.
He was describing it to me, and I was like, "Oh," I said, "That's the spinoff."
Yeah,
the original one, which isn't bad with the little girl with the pink.
Yeah, like the little short girl in the pink outfit is actually pretty good.
So initially,
I slept on it at first.
Yeah, initially I started watching that, and I was like, "Okay, this is pretty good," but I don't see no Kirito in this. I think I'm watching the wrong thing. And then I actually found out that it's called Sword Art Online 2. So now I'm playing the game, and I'm watching the anime simultaneously. And I think my overall feel for Sword Art Online is I hate mostly the initial story. Like I don't like Kirito at all, but I love the world that they built, and I love the game environments that they build.
Yeah,
and that's
I agree
what
with that.
Makes it so much fun. Yeah. Every little thing that they can do when they equate it to a game stat or something that I see playing Fatal Bullet, it just makes me like, okay, cool. This is I'm really in it with these cats. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's funny. I was watching Sword Art Online 2 last night, and Kirito was having a conversation with Sinon, the other main character.
Girl.
Yeah, the sniper girl. Mm-hmm. And man, they had this emotional conversation that was just going in circles. And I was like, they're like starting to cry and stuff. They're like, "This is my fight. I'll do it alone." I was like, It's not really like what. Why are y'all crying over this? Like, I understand people are getting killed for real, da da da. Okay, but like their initial stance and then the end of the conversation, they were just running around in circles, and then they okay, we'll team up, and like y'all were teamed up from the get go. You did not have to have this conversation, wasting my damn 20-30 minutes. But we're talking about
that's anime. Like that anime does that all the time.
It does, and you know, I don't know. I've lately the animes that we've been watching that coming out recently, they don't have dialogue like that. They're improving quite a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But going back to the gaming. Going back to the game, I'm learning a lot. There's a lot of really cool stuff. I'm unlocking more and more abilities for the AI character that they give you, and it gets a lot more in depth than I realized. I might have mentioned last week, but there's a whole like currency system where you can invest some of your savings, and I don't know if you can influence the markets, but the way that things are getting sold, you can get up to like a 15% return on your investments, which is really nice if you're putting in a whole bunch. And there's a lot of customization that comes as far as the AI behavior when you're out in the field, and your character stats. Your character stats actually determine your class, which is kind of cool. So you don't say, okay, I'm going to choose to be a tank. You make yourself into a tank, and then the game says, "Okay, yeah, you're a tank." You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that means, it's a different way to do it. So if your vitality stats are super high and your strength stats are super high, and you're using all skills that are tank-related skills, then the game will be like, "Okay, yeah, you're a tank."
What if you're all over the place?
If you're all over the place, whatever you have the strongest leaning towards, they're gonna name you that. And that doesn't mean that
you can make that change over time. That you can start as like a tank and then become something else.
It's really cool because the NPCs that they put in the game change over time too. So whenever you go out and do missions and you level up, they're leveling up too on their own time, doing their own thing. So they're really simulating this online MMO offline. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Have you gotten a chance to do any of the multiplayer stuff in it? Because I know there is a multiplayer aspect, but I don't think it's the multiplayer thing that you would want.
So Gamer and I did one co-op mission when we first got started, because that was the only thing we had unlocked, and we didn't breeze through it necessarily, but it wasn't difficult. And again, it was only the first one. There was some interesting drops when it comes to the loot, but it wasn't anything like, it was cool seeing his character and seeing his team, because you have a team of 4, so it was a total of 8 of us. It looked like a raid. 8 of us, 2 players. I don't know how many people you can put in. I think you can put up to 4 people into a co-op game. So you're looking at 16 characters on the screen, fighting these huge bosses. Man, it looks like, okay, I just got to this area. It's like an abandoned city, and some of the monsters there, some of the enemies there, it looks like me trying to fight a Gundam. Like the scale is ridiculous. Maybe a Gundam might be too tall, but not very far off. Not very far off. So that I'm granted, I ran like crazy. Okay, don't get me wrong. Like, I was not up to that level yet, but I do love the world bosses that they've been putting in every stage, and you can spend a lot of time out in the field. It's kind of like Monster Hunter, where you do a lot of prep,
right?
And then you go out and you handle all these missions that you accepted, and you farming one specific boss from a dungeon or something like that, or you're looking for an item to pick up for a quest. It's a lot of cool stuff, and I think what impresses me the most is how the NPCs act on their own, not just in my party, but outside of my party too. Because there's even this one girl who I had as my healer for the longest time, and I guess she wanted to be a tank. And eventually I was like, why am I not getting heals? And it turns out that she had turned into a tank. Oh. And that had nothing to do with me. She wanted to. She just wanted to tank.
She should be able to live her own life anyway.
Exactly.
I'm a strong, independent NPC.
And she's been a tank since. So I was like, okay, girl, go do the thing. You know what I'm saying? I'll switch you out.
You could have put that on the roster.
Yeah, she definitely could have told me. She definitely could have told me.
Is there any PKing?
Player killing?
Player killing? Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
It's an anime term. It's from the
No.
anime.
I know what it is. It just glitched out. That's why I didn't.
Oh, okay. You hear it.
Okay. He's like,
Hey, it came in really fast. Okay, ask your question again.
oh, so is there any PK in the game?
So there are hunting missions where you have to hunt down other players that have kind of been like a menace, but they're not like actually killing people like the Fatal Bullet or the
Are they
Red
actually
Warriors.
like players, or they're like what the game?
No, they're
is?
game.
Okay.
Yeah, and those dudes talk about advanced AI, bro. They will ambush you if you're not paying attention. They're really good. They're really good. Like I thought I was just gonna breeze through every player. I'm gonna put that in quotes that I came across, but a lot of times, if I'm not paying attention, they will dust me. I remember one time there's this guy. They're called the Brown something. I can't remember, but he's in the middle of this like I know, right? Brown something. He's in the middle of this like dugout area, and he's like level 30. He looks to be just him and somebody else who's right behind him. So as soon as you roll up, they see you as well, and you can see them starting to put their buffs on, right? Kind of like in Overlord, if you watch that anime where they say it's kind of like that, and your characters will do the same thing where they just set all their buffs before they get into battle. So we go down into this like little trench, and we're facing these guys head on. All of a sudden, I'm like, man, why is my health dropping before we even really start this fight? They had a sniper up in the hills behind us, waiting for us to engage. Bruh.
They were ready for y'all.
We didn't even see the... So, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it was definitely a really good ambush because we came up across... We thought we were going to get the higher ground on them, and they already had the higher ground on us, and they waited to pull that trigger. So they definitely saw us before the people. So that's why I really like the AI knowledge in this game. And I'm pleasantly surprised about it. And last thing I'll say about it, what makes your character unique is you have this advanced model AI, which is another character that you can customize, and she gives you this gun that's basically Batman grappling gun, right?
Really?
You can use that for crazy mobility. You can use it to attack as well, but just jumping onto the walls and then they give you like this high flip after you've hit the wall or gone to a higher platform. It is really nice for that fast action.
Yeah,
there's more I'll talk.
There's more
I'll talk about this game too, because there's like an auto aim thing that's actually really helpful if you do it right. If you raise your accuracy, it hones in pretty well. But we could talk about that later.
All right. So that was what we've been playing. Real quick, we're gonna do a recap of our last Super Smash Sunday, brought to us by Blue. Take it away.
Hey. What's going on, y'all? Super Smash Sunday last week was a lot of fun. We had and let's before I get into this, let's talk about the elephant that's not in the room. Mr. Gamer.
That sounded so disrespectful.
It sounded bad, but you know what I meant. Everyone's wondering where's Gamer at. Mr. Gamer, his birthday is actually tomorrow, and he's out celebrating with the Fan Bams. So happy birthday to you, Mr. Gamer.
Yeah, happy birthday.
We will, we'll see you this week. Mr. Gamer was with us last week. That's why it reminded me in my head for Super Smash Sundays. Cats. Oh, how would you say that? OWO. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Owned.
It's that. No, it's that like. That, ooh.
Yeah, I don't pronounce that.
I pronounce it. I tried to.
I don't feel like it's actually a word. It's a feeling.
It's a feeling. Okay, it's a typed emoji. Cats was killing it last week with Roy. That explosive sword caught a lot of people. Pretty much since he started playing last week. He got knocked off the throne at the very end of our stream, so he had it down for the majority of the time. We saw some really good Kirby play. We saw some. Oh crap! What was it? You know what? There was one person in particular. I think it was Gamer. Oh, it was Gamer versus Sigma, and we had Gamer absorbing Snake's missiles, smart missiles with Isabel, and sending it back.
Oh,
that
right.
I thought that was hilarious.
Are they smart when they go back?
He can't control them, but they come out just as fast.
Yeah. I think they just fly straight.
Yeah, they fly straight. So that was super cool to see. And yeah, I'm still working on my Diddy Kong. It's getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I
So anyway,
would agree with that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So Cats really tabled down last week. Let's see what happens this week. I know. Do you want to just get into it? You know, we got some big Smash news coming.
Yeah, we'll just jump off of that. Stay on the
Bang,
Smash
bang.
topic. Just this past Thursday, Daddy Sakurai graced us with a brand new
Daddy
character.
Sakura.
The fifth.
Why do y'all call him Daddy?
Just the internet, man. I don't question them.
Mhm.
But I actually did a reaction video for my job, The Realm, where I kind of just commented on that entire video. It was a 35-minute reveal of just that new character, and it turns out it was Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses, the most recent Fire Emblem game. And me, along with a lot of the Smash community, was not particularly enthused, we'll say.
I think they got so used to the third-party characters, they forget that.
Nintendo got their own,
Yeah,
but Nintendo has other
they
good
do.
characters that we would have liked, that we would have been more hyped for. It's not that we don't like Byleth. You know what I mean? Well, at least me. It's not that I don't like Byleth. It's just that I was not looking for another Fire Emblem character when there's like a million of them already.
I don't mind it. Seems a little bit more unique. There's another sword character, but you got to think about Fire Emblem Houses just came out not too long ago. That's actually one of the newer games for the Switch.
It is.
So
it came out just this past year.
Yeah, so
2019.
it makes sense that they would do something for that.
Yeah.
And you got to think about it. Most of the Fire Emblem characters are just echoes of the same one, so it's not really like.
Yeah, a great deal of them are fairly
This year they
similar.
have Corrin, Robin, Roy, Ike, and
Lucina,
Marth.
Chrome.
And Crom.
Marth and Lucina are pretty much the same, so
they're
it's
the
just
same. Roy's kind of
Crom
an
is the
offshoot of
same
them
as Roy.
well.
Yeah,
And
so it's like
they're very similar, but it's like it's I'm fine with the moveset. The moveset definitely looks interesting, but the fact that it's another Fire Emblem rep and one that's so new, like a lot of the hype that comes from these new Smash characters is kind of the nostalgia of, oh, I get to play with this guy, and
That's true.
nobody has Byleth, nostalgia for Byleth. Like the man has existed in your consciousness for less than a year.
If that.
Man/woman.
You know what I mean? I really wanted Lynn. If you're doing a Fire Emblem character, hit me
like
with
honestly,
Lynn.
if it was a Fire Emblem
That would
character
be
and they
super
picked
cool.
Lynn, I'd have been hyped.
Everyone would lose their mind.
Yeah.
That
Because
would
she
be
has
a cool
more nostalgia.
reveal.
Like she's like a assist trophy, I think, which kind
I
of
know.
I feel like that kind of signs her
That's some
release
BS.
that she can't be used as a character.
She is-
But
She's better than a side character than a.
yeah, they
And-
kind of get her dirty.
now that's what begs the difference. Now, you have to narrow your thinking now because it doesn't mean the next character might just be a Nintendo character, might not be a third-party character because
But the
everybody
thing is,
got so.
I'm not against that. I just wanted it to
Yeah.
be a better, like a different rep. Like even if it was Waluigi, well, honestly, I personally would have been
I would
disappointed
love that.
by that.
I wouldn't like
but
that either.
But yeah, I wouldn't like
would love
Waluigi in the
that.
game. But I feel like overall, you wouldn't get like this mass disappointment like you have with Fire Emblem if there was, because there were people who actually wanted that. You know what I mean? Nobody wanted another Fire Emblem character, and that's and it's like
Here's a
Sakurai
question.
just was like, I hear you, I just don't care.
Here's
Quick
the question
question.
now. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Jeff.
You do yours first.
New Smash character. Which one do y'all choose is coming out next?
I was
Is
just
it
about to
gonna
ask that same one. Same question.
Is it Waluigi?
Doesn't have to.
All right. Is it Waluigi
Mhm.
or is it a Goomba?
I don't choose it.
If you had your choice, who would it be out of anyone?
I don't.
Well, I mean, that's super broad.
That is super broad.
Out of
But that's
anyone
what, that's what I'm saying.
within me,
Waluigi, or a Goomba. Which one do y'all
I
choose?
feel like that's super narrow, and both those choices are
I'd
bad.
prefer Waluigi to a Goomba, but
Okay, I think a Goomba would be interesting to see in
Mm-mm.
play.
yeah, I think I feel like that would
Look at the Piranha Plant. They did a really
I
good
know
job with
Piranha Plant was pushing it, but then the character actually came out to be pretty unique. But like a Goomba is like, it doesn't have anything. Like it's
No.
massively tiny. It's like a Pichu basically. Like what's it gonna do? Like Goombas don't even spit anything. What do Goombas
I
do?
would like to.
They do
I would like to
nothing.
see another
Throw
character
coins at
from
you.
Breath of the Wild. Maybe one of the 4 heroes.
Yeah, that would be cool. One of those 4
I can
heroes.
see that.
I've always wanted to have a Goron in Smash Brothers. Ever
I'm
since Ocarina of Time.
If
Okay.
we're
Oh,
looking
no,
for more
Majora's
Nintendo
Mask.
reps,
When
why?
you can play as a.
No, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
No, I'm just wondering, like, if we're looking for more Nintendo reps, why can't we get anyone else from F-Zero? Like, Captain Falcon is the only
I know
F-Zero
you want
character
that-
from the
I know you
beginning.
want that stupid samurai. Nobody wants him.
I don't care about Samurai Goro. He's actually an assist trophy, so that means you're not gonna see him. But like, there are a lot of cool characters in F-Zero. Like, there's Red Gazelle. There's I was gonna say Fox McCloud, but it's not Fox McCloud. It's James McCloud, who's kind of based on Fox's dad from Star Fox. Like, he flies a ship that looks a lot like the R-Wing. Like, there's a bunch of characters in the F-Zero universe if you're unaware, and you give them cool, like, because Captain Falcon's moveset is amazing, and like, you've never really seen that guy outside of the ship until they put him in Smash. So like,
Fact.
like, give yourself the freedom to just do whatever with like a well-known character. But
there is an anime for.
well, yeah, at this point there's an anime, so they can draw from some of that, I guess. But I mean, Sakurai tends to stick with like what characters do in games, and since Captain Falcon has only ever been a racer, like, he just gave him his own personality, which is dope. Like,
Okay.
I want to see more of that. Like, use a Nintendo character, but like, do what you want. Do like smashify a Nintendo character.
Magic Koopa.
Why are you on this Mario enemy
The whole
train?
Mario situation.
I like the grunts, man. I like when they get to shine. You know what I mean? Some of the lesser characters get to shine. That's one of my things. That's what I liked about Smash initially. Like, you played Diddy Kong. Does Diddy Kong have his own game besides
Yes,
Diddy Kong Racing?
He has a racing game, but
Exactly.
he's
Right.
just a sidekick in the Donkey Kong games, I think, for the most part.
I like that he can be formidable.
Well,
Right.
people know Diddy is known. His name rings bells in these streets. Everybody knows about Diddy.
Diddy got stained in the streets.
I mean, but they put the Bowser Juniors in there.
Bowser Jr. was like the antagonist for Mario Sunshine. He was the main bad guy.
What about all the rest of them, though?
They were all side characters, but in Super Mario World, and I just have fond memories of them. Matter of fact, they're still all the bad guys in like the current Mario games. Like, you face all of them. And like new Super Mario Bros. This, that, and the third is always the Koopa kids you face, and then you fight Bowser.
Okay, I want King Boo then.
King Boo.
I'd be interested to see a moveset for a Boo.
King
I think
Boo.
that guy's kind of
Like-
cool.
They're just gonna do the ball on the chain. That's all they're gonna do.
The chain chomp.
That's it.
But if we're looking at third parties, I was actually more excited for the costumes that they announced than the actual character. Like, they showed us an Assassin's Creed character, like Altair specifically. That would have been a cool addition.
Yeah.
Like, make it so that like Hero from Dragon Quest, how like the different heroes are different characters from the games. You could have had the different outfits be the different assassins. Like, that'd have been cool as hell.
I really would have. Hey man, everybody was predicting Dante. Everybody was predicting.
Yeah, that
There
would have
was
been an
whole
annoying character
videos
fighting
on
against.
why
Way
it
off.
had to be Dante.
It was way off.
Like, if you thought Bayonetta was bad.
Y'all's daddy just disappointed you, so
It's true.
it's
But-
thing.
It's good that there's at least more chances to be disappointed, I guess. Like, there are going to be 6 more DLC fighters, so I can't wait to see what they can come up with next. Hopefully, it'll be a lot more shocking than Byleth.
Yeah.
So in
Probably
the
gonna be
next,
Geralt
So
of
what the-
Rivia.
you think it's Geralt?
It's gonna be Geralt of Rivia.
That could have been a possibility too, but
It's already in
you don't
SoCal.
really see too many Western character representations like in the actual roster. Like, they'll give them costumes, they'll give them assist trophies, like stuff like that. But Banjo is the only character, and he kind of gets a pass because it's a UK based studio, Rare, that created him. But Rare used to be owned by Nintendo, so there's like history there. So Nintendo used to publish those games, so they kind of fit.
So when the next season pass comes out, we have the opportunity to pay to be disappointed again.
Yes, and I will happily do that because Smash is
Yes.
just that good of a game. So
It is better than no new characters.
true.
Facts.
So we'll end on that note. Move on to our next topic. This is a kind of an interesting news story.
Yeah.
Apparently, a gamer saved one of their online friends from certain doom. Like, they were having a seizure, and over the over the game chat, they were able to hear that, and this person who was in America was calling emergency services in, where were they located?
I think it was in the UK.
The UK. So over 5,000 miles, they somehow figured out how to get to emergency services to that person's house. Because for whatever reason, he had already known his friend's address, even though they never met in person.
Yeah, they probably sent.
They sent maybe some mail back and forth. So like pretty close online friendship. Recognized that this person was in trouble, and then got help for them. The parents who were in the house had no idea because they were like, the kid was in the basement.
Yeah. That's scary, bro.
That's something positive. Gaming sometimes doesn't get enough positive news about it, and that's something that shows that this guy who lived thousands of miles away became friends with somebody through playing online who actually wound up saving their lives. I would actually like to see that story revisited if they ever meet in real life.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. That'd be a little heartwarming story.
That
you know
would
what
be
I'm
a
saying?
heartwarming story.
The 20-year-old American Texas native Dia Lathora was the one that saved Aiden Jackson in West England. So Dia, amazing job. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you keep up with your online friends. This is for everybody in general. You know what I'm saying? People are people, even with the distance between them. So
yeah, online friends are real friends too.
Yeah, give your people those virtual hugs. You know what I'm saying?
Send them a postcard.
Jeff never sends me postcards, so I know he don't care.
Mm-hmm. They're masked inside of criticism and judgment.
All Jeff's postcards come with white powder.
Anybody who's listening, do not pay this guy any attention.
Like any government authorities who may or may not happen to hear this.
It's a joke.
That was just grinded up goat bones.
Anyway. So we're gonna move on to our next topic. HBO actually recently made some statements saying that we may not be getting a Watchmen season 2. Apparently, the showrunner had an idea for a season. HBO backed them with that idea, and if the showrunner's not interested in doing a new season, then HBO's not interested in doing a new season. Was kind of the gist of that story.
Yeah.
But shortly after that, Decider, a website, also found some tweets from an HBO programming director that said that may not be entirely true. That from the jump, there was speculation that they'd only do an additional season if the showrunner was
stayed on,
interested in it. But it's not confirmed that the showrunner isn't interested in it yet. Like, if he has a story to tell, they'll go forward with it, but they don't actually know just yet if we will or
if he has
get one. So, I mean,
we're in limbo.
I'm still in the middle of it. I think I just finished episode 5 of Watchmen.
Some really good reveals.
The like the big flashback episode, which was by far the best episode I've seen so far. So, but you guys, I think you've both finished it.
Yeah. When it comes to the Watchmen series, I think it's genius because it makes the movie so much better. It's a series that enhances the movie. It's the same kind of feel I get, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but when I watch the Clone Wars and when I watch Rebels, it enhances the movies, the Star Wars movies. So it's the same kind of feel, right?
But when you play a game that's based on the anime, and you watch the anime.
You're right. Exactly. They all enhance each other. So that being said, I think the series was amazing at that. And the way it ended, this season, obviously we're not going to give them spoilers, right? But at the end of this season, the way it ended, I'm content if they do not continue this story.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, is that it was like kind of a one-shot story and it does come to some sort of conclusion. And I prefer that over a new person taking it over and trying to forcibly keep things going if it wasn't the intention of the original story. I feel like that could start to muddy things.
What do you think, Jeff?
I enjoyed the story. I think it was very well told. I think the way things kind of wrapped into themselves, you couldn't have expected the way they went. A little spoiler alert here. It's like
Don't spoil it.
Can't spoil it. But I think it was very good. I would like to see another season, even if it was a different people, different story. I wouldn't mind that as either. I wouldn't mind a different place, different group of people, at a different point in time, and kind of tell another story.
But I think the events that happen around this series are so significant that, I'm
just saying if they don't get the same showrun, I would like to see
something else in the universe. You're saying
just something else, yeah.
Okay, I feel that. That makes sense. Yeah,
okay.
Man.
I actually need to rewatch the original movie because there's some stuff that I forgot, but it's just been such a long time. I actually liked that Watchmen movie. Some people weren't big on it, but I thought it was pretty good back in the day.
Yeah, if you've ever read the graphic novel, you've basically read the script and the storyboard for the movie. That was like scene for scene.
Okay, so it was super close.
If it was not 100% exactly. It is super, 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 super close. Like,
okay.
Yeah, it's scary, like, actually having the book in front of you and watching the movie, you're like, oh, that's that. Oh, that's that. Oh, and you just flipping the page, and it's just going right along, scene for scene. It is one of the closest adaptations that I've ever seen. And that's what I respect about it, too.
Nice. That's how I feel about Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Like, a lot of the scenes from that movie are straight out of graphic novel.
Straight out of the graphic novel.
It's blurry right now, but the book set is behind me here. So like, it's probably one of my favorite things.
Maybe you could like read that on the stream or something. Do like a story time with
an audiobook.
Hey, if anybody wants to use my voice for an audiobook, my email is somewhere.
Yeah, it could be Wayne Brady's biography. You should reach out to them. You sound like him.
You need to explain to people.
Anyway. First of all, why is Wayne Brady in your mind right now? That's
why
my
Wayne
question.
Brady.
Why does he dominate your thoughts? But I mean, any other thoughts on HBO's Watchmen series? I mean, do you guys want to maybe do a spoiler?
We might do a spoiler video on that.
Chat for that in the future.
Jeff and Blue talk to you on that. Let's let the audience decide. You guys let us know in the comments if you want a Jeff and Blue talk to you on the Watchmen series. We'll talk
The Witcher or both.
I need to finish Witcher, and yeah, that too. But yeah, let us know, guys.
So we'll move off of the TV stuff.
Yeah,
and get into the cream of the crop of game development: delays.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
So a whole slew of new announcements regarding delays in the gaming industry. Final Fantasy VII Remake and Avengers from Square Enix both got pushed back. Animal Crossing got pushed back by Nintendo. And Cyberpunk 2077 by CD Projekt Red, the guys who made The Witcher, also pushed back. Any thoughts on what could be causing all these delays?
I think in this environment, I'm sorry.
No, you good.
They want to, with so many bad games coming out and so much criticism, whether it was from them or from somebody else, they want to make sure. I mean, especially the Avengers game, there was already so much skepticism. People just are like, "Oh, I don't like the way that looks." So they want to make sure when they put this out, that it's something that they can really stand behind. So I don't mind a game taking longer if I'm gonna get rewarded on the other end of it. You know what I mean?
I wish Anthem took a little bit longer.
Yeah. So
You know what
we
I mean?
always want games that come out right away, like Fallout 76 and stuff like that. But sometimes that little bit more time in the womb doesn't hurt, you know, and come out fully developed, you know, all their arms and limbs and whatnot. You know, so we want to make sure.
Very weird analogy.
Right. It's kept doubling down on the birth thing.
He said you want to make sure it has both arms, like
all of its ligaments.
all the ligaments, all the cartilage needs to be developed properly.
But I mean, yeah, I think deciding to delay a game if it's not ready is usually a good call.
Yeah,
I do think a lot of this, like at least a lot of the framing of this stuff has to do with companies claiming that they don't want to put crunch in effect in their studios. Like they're trying to avoid overworking their staff, which is also a good thing. But I don't know. It's either the industry is moving towards a more work safe environment, which is possible, but these are still, you know, big corporate entities. They could just be using that as a mask. Yeah, they could be using that as a mask to just, okay, the game's not ready, we need more time. We're going to crunch you, but you have more time now to fix all this stuff that's
we'll
bad.
Just say you're not being crunched, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like there were some articles that came out kind of positing that there could be some more sinister means that the companies aren't all just now being altruistic and giving their employees more time. But I don't know, like these were some really big anticipated titles, you know, and now they're missing their dates. So what are we going to be playing then in like the first quarter? Like most of this stuff got pushed out into the, you know, the spring.
Yeah, and you got to think about it. Spring is pretty crowded. There's a lot of stuff coming out in the spring. Yeah, you got Phantasy Star Online 2.
Yep.
You got some stuff that hasn't been announced yet that I'm thinking is going to be springtime.
And maybe that stuff is now going to have to get pushed because they want to get out of the way of, you know,
of other stuff,
or a Final Fantasy VII remake.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to change the landscape of what's coming out because there's so many things getting pushed, especially if it's close to the same genre of whatever's coming out that time. I mean, we saw that with pretty much was it not Bloodborne? Yeah, Bloodborne. Pretty much not Bloodborne.
Battleborn and Overwatch.
Battleborn
Okay.
pretty much died because Overwatch came out like a month after, a couple weeks.
I think it was within weeks those two games released.
So, but just like, and there were similar genres, so it's just like one had to be buried, you know, one had to die. The rule of two, the rule of two in the video game world. If it comes out the same month, one has to die.
I like that analogy, not the baby one.
You did like that one as well.
Super cool. No, I get it. You know, I mean, if this is the way I think about it, either the game's not ready, and it's not gonna be ready by the date that they said, and somebody messed up, or it is a corporate trick. You know, either they're just trying to increase hype, you know, by giving us an earlier date, and then they're just gonna push it back, or they had planned to, you know, work their people that long. It also might have to do with October coming around and the fiscal year ending, and maybe budgeting issues as well. That also might be an issue. But you know, there's plenty of reasons why this could be, why these games, especially from these major companies, could be delayed. And seeing that it's not just hitting one corporation is a little more, it puts my mind at peace a little bit more.
It seems like it's more of a real,
more of a real problem
thing
than someone taking advantage of somebody else.
Okay, I mean, what are your thoughts on the delays maybe being caused by this pending new generation? Because for a game specifically, I'm looking at Final Fantasy Remake and Cyberpunk, and I guess Avengers as well. Because those are like very, very big marquee titles that people are highly anticipating, waiting for. If those drop at the end of a console generation, you get a new console generation, there's a high chance people will be waiting for ports, up-reses, updates, so that they can continue to play that big game, or they can experience a better version of that big game on a new generation. Let's call it the Grand Theft Auto effect. Because they were able to drop 5 at the end of a console generation and then resell it and then have the game live on for the entire generation.
I think what could happen
best-selling game in history.
I think what could happen now is they put it up mobile version and you download it to whatever console and it scales to that console. What if you're talking digital version? If you're talking discs,
like a physical disc.
Yeah, well, I can't help.
I mean, the new consoles, they're all promising to actually play the old games. I think you can just take your disc and chuck it in a new console and it'll function.
I hope so.
Yeah, and you also got to think about it. Grand Theft Auto, you know, the reason why it survived so long is because of the online multiplayer.
Like it's an evolving live service type thing.
This might not, you know, correspond to something like Cyberpunk 2020 that I don't think has an online multiplayer.
No, they are working on a multiplayer.
Oh, okay.
Portion.
So
it's supposed to release later as well, just like Grand Theft Online did. Grand Theft Auto
that
Online
could be something different. but like
And
for a game
Avengers
that,
got.
yeah,
Yeah, and
a game
Avengers
that
is also a
doesn't-
gaming service that's supposed to have a long tail.
Oh, okay.
And matter
So,
of
I mean,
fact,
like I said,
yeah, and Final Fantasy VII Remake is supposed to be a series of games. Like this is
I
just
don't
the
like the
first.
whole episode. I don't like the
Yeah.
episodic thing. I don't
Yeah.
like that because then I wonder
Animal
how can it
Crossing
be.
is going to be amazing. Sorry, go ahead. My bad, Jeff.
The fact that you care about Animal Crossing.
We
says
just
a lot.
didn't talk about Animal Crossing.
Yeah, we
Everyone's
kept
talking about
skipping it because it's
Final
not
Fantasy.
it's not as alive as the other ones.
I like it.
Are you both planning on getting that?
No.
Not both of us. I'm thinking about getting it. I'm pretty
gonna
sure
get it?
Mr. Gamer is probably going to get it too.
So you're gonna
We'll
get
Yeah,
it,
he seemed happy about that.
so I can count you in for getting Animal Crossing. I'm not, but I want to make sure I can count you in to hold you
That's why I said
accountable for
maybe.
getting it.
So it's
Okay.
a soft yes.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, man, like you were saying, these are all kind of like live games. Final Fantasy is supposed to be episodic. Cyberpunk's supposed to have their multiplayer. Avengers was definitely going to have multiplayer, especially co-op. So I think if they're going to do this right, maybe hopefully they're delaying because they're going to do it right.
Well, you got to think. I don't think it's gonna be for the. They're doing it to make sure they can port it over to the new one, to the new consoles coming out, because they've already had so much work already done for the existing generation already laid down. So you got to think about how much work it would be to then go rework all this extra stuff to make sure it's ready for the next generation. That's if
I
they're
would
just gonna.
hope that they've already started making stuff for the next generation. Like they have the specs ready for next generation of stuff.
Yeah, that's why I feel like it would be like it's probably taking advantage of all the hardware advancements of the current gen because it's a tail end, release. Usually most games look much better than the games at the start because they get more familiar with the hardware. So all they would really be doing is figuring out how to just port what they've done to the new thing without it breaking. So like they wouldn't have to redo everything, I wouldn't think.
Oh, okay.
But it would maybe take a bit more time for them to get a version that functions on it. But again, what I'm saying is they maybe just want to push it back so that it's close enough that when they release it on the current gen, it also makes sense for another 6 months down the line they just release it again on the new thing so that it's not
Oh, so
too
it's still
old or-
fresh in people's
Yeah.
minds. Yeah.
So that being said, now that's not going to help them out on the Microsoft side if we're not going to get any console exclusives for a year.
And it also doesn't make much sense for Animal Crossing.
Why not?
Because I doubt they're holding it off to make to kind of make sure they can get it out for the next generation.
Right, that game's probably just not ready yet.
They got to make sure they have the roads and stuff ready on that island, man. That island's gonna be that'd be sick.
So that's the delay news. So hopefully we'll see what happens with those games in the future. Our next topic is regarding the future of games in general, I guess. PlayStation once again is opting to skip E3.
So I don't know how I feel about this.
Mhm.
And, right now I have all of the consoles. I prefer my Xbox, right? Just for convenience sake. But PlayStation has kind of they've been holding down their exclusives and I don't know if they need to be at E3.
My thing is, I feel like they're pretty much saying we're too cool to hang with everybody else.
That's
little
what they're
bit.
saying.
A little
And
bit,
I
yeah.
don't. For me, E3 isn't just they announced some new games. It builds hype. It's to cater to the community to show you, hey, this is what we have. This is what we've been working on. So that way you know where we're going. For them to skip it, I feel like it doesn't take into account pretty much the people.
Exactly. I was having a discussion with a friend, and I said, I didn't like that for 2 years in a row they kind of abandoned their fans in a physical level. But I've been to E3 2 years, right? And both years were different. The first time I had some really good hookups, and I got one of the corporate passes, and me and a couple buddies went through. And E3 at that point was for the industry, right? And so you're going in there, and everybody there is game industry affiliated or media affiliated. And it's a different set of conversations you have. Later on, when I went back, it was more open to the public because they did the public tickets, and that was a very different experience, and it kind of turned me off a little bit.
Was it the first year that they did the public tickets?
Yes.
Because I did hear, like, the ESA, the electronic, I forget what they stand for now. The ESA, they're the group, they're lobbyists that basically advocate for all the publishers and run E3, right? So they tried to update E3 because, like you were saying, like it was becoming less and less relevant for the industry to kind of just announce all their stuff there, since there are all these avenues, like Nintendo basically opting out to do their Nintendo Directs or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So getting the fans in to turn it into like kind of a big fan event is a smart call, but they really didn't change much that first year. They kind of had the fans come and didn't give them much to do. So it's like there's super long lines.
It was lines back.
Yeah, there's industry appointments. And
you don't understand, man.
Like the fans can't get into the actual conferences because those are still, just industry and press and whatnot. So yeah, it was kind of a bad look. And then the following year, they tried to add a couple more things, but then they do this dumb thing where all of the personal info of like staff, like journalists, media and stuff was leaked to the public. Like this affected literally everyone who registered for E3 as press. All their stuff was leaked. Like some of my colleagues at Escapists who went basically had their stuff leaked. And, like they were getting calls from like weird numbers and whatnot. So that's a bad look.
Easily.
On top of the fact that PlayStation maybe didn't have much to show or didn't want to spend the money, didn't show up on the show floor. Microsoft also, like, they'll do a conference, but they actually aren't on the show floor either. They own the Nokia Theater, which is in that area, and they just do their stuff from there. Oh, it's the Microsoft Theater now. They bought it. So it does make sense that PlayStation will skip it, but I'm wondering if they'll just go the Nintendo route and do their own thing around the same time. Because
so they've had the PlayStation Experience before, and they haven't done that recently, right?
Like, yeah, they basically for this whole past year they haven't done anything because they really didn't have a lot to announce. But they have a new console pending. They're gonna need to announce something at some point. Either they'll do it on their own before any of this E3 stuff, or they'll just do it within that time window where they normally would have been at E3 but aren't at E3. So they can still get the hype of the E3 event, but then E3 just doesn't benefit from PlayStation being around. But the thing you gotta wonder, like, do they even deserve it at this point? Like, they've kind of been letting down the gaming community in terms of what E3 has become. Like, it hasn't been like a big, huge event for the last couple of years. They really do need to make a change.
E3 is definitely phasing out.
Yeah,
it's definitely phasing out.
And they gotta. I feel like they need to not let this die. You know what I mean? I feel like E3 is something that, not only me, you guys look forward to every year. We know that, June 10th.
Yeah, like second,
we got it. Yeah. So we want to make sure, so them not showing up to me is just blatant disrespect for the fans for me. I just don't like it.
I definitely feel that too, because, when you're walking the floor and someone says, "Hey, I'm from Microsoft, this department," you know what I mean? And I want to talk to you. I want to see what you guys think about something like that. Because they go rock around with clipboards and stuff like that. Or you're standing in line and, they're giving you some little exclusive stuff for E3, or you're getting a shirt, or you're playing some new game. Like, there's a lot to really build the community physically there. And I feel like PlayStation's definitely missing out on that 2 years in a row. You know what I mean? And, like, I don't want to discredit that they have exclusives that really sell their system, and that's what's keeping them in the game for sure. But I don't know, man. It doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel right.
Especially this year, because Blue's going to get us some tickets for his hookup. And when I go there, I would like to see a full house. I don't want to just see, Square Enix.
If you're planning to be in Cali at that time, I could probably hook it up. I'd have to start now, though.
You heard it here first. He's gonna hook it up, and we're gonna be going to E3.
Hey, if we send Jeff to E3, he better live stream everything, right? From the hotel room to the plane.
I can't be left to my own devices.
Man, can't be trusted.
That's why we ain't sending him. No,
so, the thing is, like, I can kind of see why like some of these big companies in industry don't want to come to the ESA party anymore, and it's because the ESA kind of needs to do better. So I'm not mad at it, but I do think becoming isolationist, kind of like the way these countries behave, like PlayStation, by just saying like we don't want to do any of this and we're just gonna do our own thing. Basically, what Nintendo has done. Nintendo still at least puts a presence on the show floor. They don't do a conference with them, but they'll bring stuff to the show floor. Microsoft, instead, they do put all their streaming stuff there, so it's still a little bit of a presence. Sony was just gone. So, like, no one else has done that. And, I mean, I do feel like it's true. Like, E3, the ESA, they have to earn these companies, you know, respect and stuff. They need to do something to make it worth their while to be there, and they kind of haven't. So I think it reflects more so on ESA. Like I can't hold Sony's feet to the fire that much and say, oh, they're the problem because they're pulling out. Like they don't benefit as much, and I can't be mad at them because of that.
It plays back to their whole mentality. Like they don't want to do crossplay. We're too cool to do crossplay.
Well, they're in the league, so it doesn't help them to basically share and blah, blah, blah. And I do agree. It also comes from the pompousness. They feel above it now. And that pompousness could definitely hurt them in the future. But
it's possible
I don't feel like they need to be
out of
beholden.
first place, they got to do something.
Right.
Because if whatever Microsoft pulls out over the next year, one, if they get Microsoft exclusives that are worth people's time, then PlayStation ain't got nothing to talk about, especially when Game Pass is running.
Because they have nothing on Game Pass. PlayStation used to have the advantage with the games of the month because they had better games,
PlayStation Plus,
free games for the month. Yeah, now like they can't even contend with Game Pass at all.
Yeah, I mean they're trying using PlayStation Now, where they're giving you those same exclusives. Like they're giving you Uncharted 4, they're giving you God of War, but it's a limited thing. I mean Game Pass is sort of limited as well, but it's like for a period of time, if you subscribe to PlayStation Now, you can stream those games, like their best games ever.
Yeah. And especially with a more expensive online subscription. Your online subscription is like what? It's like $29.99 for what? 3 months?
That's $10 a month. Yeah, that's not bad.
I forget. Yeah, honestly, I think it is on par.
Yeah,
I don't remember it being the same though. I thought it was a little bit more expensive. I gotta check.
The thing is, it's probably the same price, but the value proposition is less because they keep taking stuff off of it. The PlayStation Plus used to give you like 6 games. You would get PS3 games, PS4 games, and PlayStation Vita games. They got rid of the PlayStation Vita games and the PS3 games, I think, up to this point.
Yeah.
But they didn't change the price. So you're just getting less stuff.
At the end of the day, their exclusives are really holding them afloat, and for valid reason. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people...
And that can change, because Nintendo...
It can change.
Nintendo has just as many hard-hitting exclusives, and you can see how well that
different demographic.
They're a bit, yeah, but if you're just in the world of video games, Nintendo is still a contender to basically overthrow Sony. You know what I mean? Like we'll see how...
It sounds weird, but
it does,
you're right.
But yeah, like they have that potential based on just their first-party output. And Microsoft, their new commitment to just getting all these first-party studios to pump out quadruple A titles, they even dubbed it, you know, they could become a problem in the future. So that landscape could definitely change. Sony needs to do something other than have a great stable of exclusives.
Facts. No, I hear you. And hopefully the PS5 actually does that.
Okay.
Fair. So that's the last of our topics.
Yeah.
We're going to get into trivia for this week.
Yep.
And we're going to bring back an old favorite.
Blues Clues. We're going to play Blues Clues. I'm going to do it a slight bit different, just so you guys can kind of...
remix.
A little Blues Clues remix. What I'm going to do this time, I'm going to make sure I write down the answers ahead of time. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
I think it's backwards for you guys.
I gotta get my glasses.
No, it's backwards for you.
It's backwards for me. Okay, it's good for you guys.
Yeah,
that says good. Mario on it. So this is just an example. When you guys get the right answer, you'll see that I already written it down, so you know I'm not changing nothing. All right. But because it's just two of you guys, I'm gonna give you guys. I think it was 5 questions we did, and that was pretty good. For your Smash character, and if you guys want to start on easy mode, we can go with 7. But when there's 3 of y'all, you're definitely not getting more than 5 for sure.
I think
Sure.
So
I think
select
5
your difficulty.
is okay.
5 is good.
Yeah.
Normal mode is 5. Okay. Boom, boom. So I've already written down. This is the opposite side. All right. I'm gonna put a number 1 on this.
You see this blank paper?
Yeah, why'd you show us this blank paper?
Hold on. I put a number 1 on it. Forget y'all. I put a number 1 on it so you guys know this is the first choice.
That's an ugly one.
It is a very ugly one because I did it in a rush because you made me nervous, Jeff. Is that better? All right. Let me just pull up a couple known questions.
Yeah, you don't
questions.
pull up anything yourself, Jeff.
Yes.
You cheater.
Yeah, Jeff.
What? It's not true. Here, see, I'll
phone
flip the
down,
coin. See,
switch
Hold-
on the other side of the room.
switch. Why you want a man to switch? But heads or tails.
Your hands
Tails.
there. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Hey, listen, all those parents out there, gaming increases your hand-eye coordination.
It does. Tails it is.
Tails. Oh, so I go first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what, I just start guessing?
You start guessing. So, for those who don't know, Blue's Clues is basically 21 questions for Super Smash Brothers characters. That's going to be our topic. And what Sigma and Jeff have to do is ask me yes or no questions about the characters. They can also take guesses on which character it is. They're pretty much working through process of elimination and working off of each other's clues. If they get a yes, they get to continue to the next question. If it's a no, it passes on to the next person. They got 5 questions / guesses and then a final guess. All right, if they haven't gotten it by that point. And I think that's all the rules. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the
Lego?
passing rule, if you pass, you lose a question.
Oh yeah, if you say I pass, yeah, you lose a question. So
Just so Casey knows.
Right. But also, I just want to double check. We're not including Byleth that was announced, right? Like, he's not actually on the roster yet.
no, I'm not gonna do that. That's just too easy.
All right, just double check it.
Mhm.
Is this character from the Mario universe?
No.
No. Okay. So now it passes to Jeff because I
It's
got a
Jeff's
no. Right,
turn.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's your go, Jeff. Why is he just sitting there?
Yo, he's trying to fake us out. All right, what you got, Jeff?
Oh, I can't hear you. No.
No. Did you mute your mic by any chance?
Okay. Is that better? Okay,
Yes.
that's weird. Is this character a human?
Yes.
He had to think about that.
Yes.
Does this character have a game on the Switch?
Have a game on the Switch?
Mm-hmm.
You mean like where they're the main character?
Are they on any game on the Switch besides Super Smash?
I was gonna say they definitely in Super Smash Brothers.
You know that's not what that question means.
Yeah. Shut
I'm
up.
just asking. Hey, you asked the questions. I'm just making sure.
You're one of those
Let me-
evil genies.
Oh my gosh! I actually need to check on something. If
Oh, so you don't know. He doesn't know off the top of his head if this character is in the game or not.
So that tells me everything I need to know.
Hold on, real quick.
Mm.
Yes, the answer is yes.
So they do have their own game.
Okay.
No, they're
Wait.
on a game that's.
So they're not a main character, which means he just said that to me.
I'm
Oh.
confused now as to what the yes means.
They're on a game that's on the Switch that's not Super Smash Brothers,
Okay.
Okay.
right? Because that's what you asked.
And they're a human.
We already established that. Yes.
Okay. All right. Are they from the Fire Emblem world?
No.
Okay.
Sigma's turn.
Okay.
You typing notes?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm trying to
like,
keep
you
track
over there typing.
of the yeses and nos.
Okay.
Is this character a heavy? Are they considered a heavy character?
Yes.
Do they have a badunkadunk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they have junk in the trunk.
Okay.
They're a heavy human?
I mean, they're heavy humans.
Really?
Why'd you make that face?
Sigma's on his third question now.
But they're not a Fire Emblem character.
That's correct.
Because that eliminates like Ike and maybe Crom, who's kind of heavy. But I know Ike is heavy. Heavy human.
You guys watching and listening, try and get along too.
Are they from the Zelda universe?
Yes.
Is this character Ganon?
It is.
Yes.
Good job.
Woo!
Sigma gets the first point.
That could be debatable. I don't know if Gerudos are humans. They're humanoid for sure.
That's why I was just like...
Yeah, he did go to kind of...
I'm just going to say human because he
looks like
close
one.
to human.
Sure.
Yeah.
Would you call Link a human?
Yes.
Yeah.
I definitely...
Elfish. Same thing. Humanoid.
He's Hylian.
Oh, please.
Hi, Rulian.
Who he healing? He ain't never healed nobody.
No, that's fair.
Healing. All right, let me write down number 2 right here. Boom,
1 point for me.
1 point, Sigma. And let me write this.
Did you know Link had a sister?
Yes.
I did not. Oh wait, yeah, he did in Wind Waker, right?
Yeah, in Wind Waker, he has a little sister.
Yeah.
Who's the chick in that Link? I mean, not Link. That Hyrule Warriors game is that?
Oh, Linkle.
Oh
Is that
yeah,
who she
the
was?
female version of him.
Yeah, she's just the girl version of Link. I don't think she's like related to Link.
She's not canon or anything, is she?
Sort of. I gotta read back up on that, but she's sort of
That'd be
canon.
cool if
Can you put that
could go
together
back.
and let me know?
I will. Yeah, I'll do that research and I'll get back to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think it would be cool to have a female option for Link, like if they remastered some of the old games again or something like that. I don't know. I think it would be cool.
Yeah. It
Anyway, here's number 2.
Oh no!
Is
I
it
can see through
Wario?
it. Yeah, I can see straight through that.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad you said something.
Yeah, you don't need to show us the card. We trust you.
Okay.
You can show us what you wrote after.
Jeff is dying off of my demise right here. All right.
Is it Wario?
Yeah, I'm like, that says Wario.
I was trying to make it out before I said anything. I was like,
You see, Jeff wanted to cheat, and Sigma was just completely. What did that say on there?
And that's weird because the first one didn't do that. Like, you couldn't see through the first one. So I don't know
Yeah, that's what I
why
was
you
like,
can see
okay.
straight through the second one.
Where'd you get those index cards from? Dollar Tree? They got like different.
I got them from Five
Dollar
Below.
Store index cards.
They got like different consistencies. Like
I got them from Five Below.
different card stocks. It's like this one is Opay.
Opaque. All right, I got the next one. It's a different character. I hate y'all.
Right. So we know it's not Wario.
It's not.
It's not Wario. He's not even gonna be for the Mario.
I mean, it might.
Okay,
Right,
so
who goes
you
first?
won. You go.
I go first.
Or
Yeah,
there's
that
an
goes.
alternate.
Or because I went first the first time, Jeff goes first this time. How?
Let's alternate like that. Yeah.
Okay. So does this character have a Switch game? Is the character on the Switch in any other game besides Smash Brothers?
Make sure to clarify that one.
Yo, I don't know why I never do that one first.
That's always like my first question.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes.
Yes. Is this character humanoid?
Yes.
Human Switch game.
Is this character from the Mario universe?
No.
Mirio?
Considering this thing is Mario, and no, it's not in the Mario universe.
Like, who is Mirio?
This is Mario.
Y'all East Coasters just be messing up words, man. Sigma, your turn.
Is this character royalty?
No.
No. Okay.
You were no help.
I eliminated a lot of characters with that question,
Go ahead, Jeff.
especially since they're humanoid.
Is this character from the Fire Emblem series?
No. Go ahead, Sigma.
The character is human, right? We
The question was humanoid.
Humanoid. Okay. That could mean anything.
He asked the question.
Does the character is humanoid?
If it was
Does this
Ganondorf,
character-
I would have said yes again. So
Does
it's that kind of.
Okay, now that's kind of throwing me off. The fact
Sorry.
that now you're
I just-
banking on humanoid. All right, let me go a different route then instead of worrying about that. Is this character's game? Has this character's game come like? Have they had a new release in their game in like the last 2 years?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Last 2 years.
Like, is it like a recent game that's on the Switch?
A recent game, like was their
Well,
game
no, the
on
Switch
the
has been out for, like, 2
released
years.
With,
So
yeah, like it's kind of
So-
everything.
Okay, is this character's game? Has this character's game been released within like the last 6 months?
No,
No.
no.
Okay, so it's not anything. It's not a character from anything recent.
No.
Okay.
I think I watched that question.
One question left.
Jeff
Is
got
this
one
character a new game or a remake?
question. Remake?
Is this character Little Mac?
No.
Okay.
What else was Little Mac in recently?
He was
No,
in
you said
a
it was-
Wii. He was in a Wii game, I think.
Didn't they remake Punch Out for Switch?
I don't think it was on Switch. Oh, are you
Oh.
talking about the port? Because they just ported like
Yeah,
all the old
that's
stuff. I don't
yeah,
think that
that's what
counts
I
as a
meant.
remake though. They
Oh,
just
that's
put,
what I asked. That's what I asked. Was it a new game on the Switch or was it a remake?
Yeah.
that's not a yes or no question though. So
No,
you
no, that's
couldn't,
not a yes or no question. But
yeah, you could have
asked
answered
about-
that.
Oh, so
No, somebody asked remake, and I said,
Yeah, you asked, was the game a remake? Like that's what
Yeah.
you said.
and you
I
said
say
yes,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, same thing.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not the same thing, but anyway.
Sigma has 3 questions and a guess.
Okay,
So Jeff
is this
gets
character
the back
from the
flags
Legend of Zelda
and-
universe?
Wait,
No.
how does he have 3 questions left?
Because I got 2 no's and
Yeah, he
we
got
have
2
5.
no's. Mm-hmm.
Damn, you just been no use. You've been no help.
He ain't helping at all.
Yo, my
Mm.
no's also eliminate some of the cast.
True.
Has it though?
Sigma got 2 questions left.
I just asked,
If
wait,
they're part of the Zelda
Yeah.
universe, and the answer is no.
no, okay.
This is for y'all reading
remake.
Wario. This is what y'all get.
Are they from? Does this character use a sword?
No. Dang. There's a no streak for the boy.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Yo.
no yeses.
One
I have
question.
one more question and then a guess.
Yeah.
Humanoid.
You stressing over.
Yeah, because what
Stressing
character is
over.
a human but not really? Because you said Ganondorf counts as a human.
Yeah. That doesn't mean
and
that.
not a humanoid.
That doesn't mean that. No. Humans are humanoids. Humans are
Right.
humanoids.
So
Yeah.
human and humanoid, you're basically putting that in the same thing.
Yes, that's what I've been trying to say.
Okay, because that was destroying my brain.
That's what I was trying to say. Don't stress it.
Okay, so now all the characters who look like peoples
Exactly.
are back.
You said they
in the
don't
mix.
use a sword, right?
They don't
That's
use a sword.
Got one guess.
Is this character
Sorry, one question and one guess.
female?
No. Dang. All 5 of Sigma's questions were no.
Like, geez, man.
You know exactly who it's not.
But it could still be
Yeah.
80 other characters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark, I guess. Is this character Is character Pit?
No. It's gonna be Ken.
They had a game on the Switch besides.
Yep. It was a remake, the Street Fighter 30th anniversary.
You know what?
card.
You're right. They did
Yep.
do that.
Yep.
Damn.
Today you should have asked your patented hair color question.
Yeah. Fact.
I was thinking about asking, does this character have hair? But once he said human, I'm like, I think all the humans in Smash have hair, so that wouldn't have got me anywhere.
Yeah, I can't think of no bald human in Smash.
Okay.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right.
So that one.
That was Ken. See, if y'all didn't read Wario, you could have had just a good time with this one.
How? We would have known
I'm
the
just
answer.
playing. I'm totally joking. All right, we're gonna do one more.
All right, so I start this one then.
Yeah, so this is really okay. We're gonna do one more. If Jeff gets it, then we'll do a tiebreaker. Okay.
Fair.
All right. Fair enough.
All right, I'm gonna pull one up right now. Okay, this should be a good one. Where's my Okay, you guys are. Let me just look up some of these questions.
See?
So I'm gonna start while you're doing that.
Okay.
Is this character a boy?
A baby boy.
Is male? Is this character male?
Yes.
Yes.
I was like, don't do that to yourself, bro.
Because I figured you were gonna get granular. Like, oh, how old is he?
Yes, it is male.
So it's male. Does this character speak?
No.
Interesting. So it's a silent protagonist. Wait, is this character a protagonist?
It's not your turn.
I got. Oh, you said no. My bad.
I said no.
Yeah, you said no. All right, let's just go.
Does this character have a game on the Switch?
I don't believe so.
So it's not Link because he would have known that right off the bat.
Well, I guess it depends on which Link.
What? I don't think he would have drilled down that far.
Blue's face.
No, it does not have a game on the Switch.
Okay, so is this character the protag? What? No, he would have to be if it's a character that doesn't speak. Wait, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. Because it could be. Yeah, because like, are we gendering Pokemon? Is that what we're doing? I don't know. Is this character a Pokemon?
No.
Okay, so we're not gendering Pokemon, I guess.
I mean, some Pokemon have genders, but not this one.
But like in Smash, I don't know. People call Jigglypuff a girl, but I don't know if it's expressly
Plus,
stated.
most of the Pokemon say their own name.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be silent, I guess.
Superman Jeff, what's your question? Is he doing that silent thing again?
No, I was thinking.
He's making me think that like we're glitching out.
Right? Like, why would you even sit that still? What's wrong with you?
Is this character round?
You mean the general shape is a circle?
Yes.
That's kind of what round means.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm just trying to specify what we all playing later, okay?
Or did you mean?
Because my girlfriend calls me round, and my general shape is not a circle. All right. All right.
But Dunkin' Dunks.
Wait,
Sigma
what was
with
the answer
two
to that?
questions left.
No.
He's not round.
He's not round.
You didn't ask if it was a human either.
No, yeah, I just asked if it was a male.
Yeah.
He said you should waste your question on that.
The thing is, I don't think it's a human, so I'm just gonna go along that train of thinking without.
What do you think, Diddy?
And he is silent. He asked the game question, and that was a no. The character does not have a game on Switch.
Current game on Switch. That's correct.
Wait, does that include remakes?
Yeah, because we included it with the Street Fighter one.
Okay, just making sure.
So, does this character is a character from a platformer?
Yes.
Why was that shaky?
Shibbity doobity doo beep beep.
Neil doesn't speak.
That's hard to say. I'd say yes.
Okay. Next question.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I kind of want to give you another question for that one, but you'll see.
No, that don't count. We ain't get no extra questions.
So I'm just gonna try to proceed with the caveat that it's sort of a platformer.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry
That's
about
yes. It's okay.
That's a huge clue, though.
It is. So you have another question? I'm thinking.
Yeah, he's got one more
I got
question
one more, I
left.
think.
Jeff
Dang.
thinks he knows who it is.
Probably.
I think.
That's why he's hyped right now.
I mean, I could know. It's a possibility, but I got questions I want to use to
Okay.
determine if, he's just taking up all the question space.
Just be careful, though, because if you get a no, then you could give it away to him.
Yeah, I still have a character guess after this, I guess, right? Okay, so.
All right. Come on, baby. Get it.
I'm trying to think of the Silent Boys.
Next
It's not a
time,
platformer.
It's not
we're not gonna do it this time, but next time we're gonna do like a 2-minute timer.
I'm taking too long.
I think 2 minutes is good.
All right, does this character wear shoes?
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Superman Jeff.
Does this character have fur?
No.
Okay.
Sigma.
Your guess.
Oh, so I gotta guess the character.
Who do you think it is? I have the card right here. I'm not gonna show y'all. Either side.
Silent. I don't think I'm gonna get this. Is this character the Ice Climbers?
No.
No. Okay.
I wouldn't say it was just a male if it was the Ice Climbers.
Oh, it'd be like, oh,
I
maybe.
would say yes and no. And we did Ice Climbers before.
That doesn't mean you can't do it again.
Right? But I'm not that corny. Come on, Jeff.
How many
How many
questions do I
questions
have
does Jeff
left?
have left?
Jeff has 2 questions left.
Okay, and a guess. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is this character one-dimensional?
Yes.
Is this character Mr. Game & Watch?
Yes, it is. Good job. So the platformer question was weird because he had a whole bunch of different modes in the Game & Watch game
Right.
back in the day.
Yeah.
And some of it was platforming and some of it wasn't. You know what I mean? And that's why I was kind of like,
That makes sense.
yes. Yeah, so
When he said
Good
no
job.
fur, I was thinking
Yeah.
Diddy. But when he said no fur, I'm like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, I figured you were thinking Diddy, but I figured that wasn't what he picked.
all
That
right,
would
we'll
be
do
too
one more
easy.
for the tiebreaker, or y'all want to leave it at a tie?
I don't know. Let's break this tie.
There we
Send
go.
Jeff
Come
to the
for
Shadow
blood.
Realm.
Come for blood.
You trying to dethrone the king, huh?
Who did you win the last one?
Yeah, I won all of them.
No, I'm pretty sure Sigma
I
won
don't
like
know
the
if that's
first
true.
one.
I won the first one.
Or the second. One of the
I don't
two.
know.
I know
I won-
y'all are like,
I won the one with just me and him, and then I won the one with me, him, and Fast Tax. And then
oh,
this
that's
is the third
true.
one. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. I'm
yeah. Oh, I kept track.
So Jeff guess. Jeff guesses first.
here.
Does this character have a game on the Switch?
Let me write this down first. I think so.
Ooh-wee.
I like that my ignorance is just like it's across the board, so there's no real like clue from that.
So, no, you said, or oh no, you didn't. You didn't.
I
find out
think
yet.
it's yes, but I'm just double checking.
Waiting for the judges.
And the answer is yes. They're on a.
You said he does. He is on a.
What's your question? Because you trying to do 2 questions in one. I
like,
see. You
like
slick.
with no subtlety whatsoever.
You slick, bro.
So he does have a game on the Switch. That's what you're saying.
What is your question?
Does this character have a current game on the Switch?
This character is on a game that is on the Switch.
Gotcha.
That's not Super Smash Brothers.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
No problem. No problem. Because you be tricky with it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you gens, man. I don't know.
Tricksy.
What you
Does
got?
this character use a sword?
No. Sigma.
Sword. Does this character use a? Does this character fire a projectile?
Fire a projectile?
Yes, like from some sort of mechanism.
No. No.
No, okay.
I know what you're saying. Because the ice climbers don't shoot ice.
Yeah, like do they have some sort of device that fires a projectile?
No.
No, okay.
Is this character male or is this character a man?
Yes. It's male.
It's a man. It's a man's.
Current game on the Switch is a man, does not fire projectiles.
Does not shoot projectiles.
So he doesn't fire projectiles.
Jeff, is that your question?
Yeah, because I totally just asked that.
I'm trying to clarify the last question. 'Cause you
I
said
said it exact. I said what I said, bro.
Okay, so what's the difference? I want to make sure.
He
Somebody
gave an
shooting
example, like the
something-
ice climbers.
Yeah.
They can shoot ice, but they don't fire a projectile.
From a mechanism
Yeah,
Is that
from a
because-
mechanism. They don't have a
Okay.
tool that.
that does
Okay.
it.
Okay.
For example, well, no, I don't want to even say things that it's not.
All right, fam. Okay, fam. I get what you're saying, bro.
Get it?
Okay.
Get it,
Yes.
bruh? All right, bruh.
Is this character's default skin white?
No.
Okay.
What were you thinking of?
Hmm?
What, like a white default skin?
Hit.
Oh.
So it's not him because
I
he
guess-
didn't
yeah, I guess
really.
his skin is white.
Yeah, but he fires off arrows.
Yeah, we said he doesn't shoot projectiles.
He has a mechanism that fires arrows.
Yeah, he has a tool.
I asked.
See, you didn't understand the explanation.
That's why I asked. I said you're saying that ice climbers don't shoot projectiles. You were saying there was a difference between
They
fire
create
projectiles and
create the ice.
Yeah,
And
like
it goes
like
off.
Mario shoots a fireball, but he
Yeah.
doesn't need a thing to shoot a fireball. You get what I mean?
So Pit fires arrows.
From an
with
arrow, from a bow.
Arrow, with a bow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the mechanism to
that's
shoot
yeah.
the arrow.
Pit
He
doesn't
create-
conjure an arrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
You asked the question I just asked, not the other one.
He
Oh
asked
no, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You asked if they fire projectiles, not shoot, right?
from a mechanism.
from a
Okay,
mechanism.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's what the misunderstanding was. Okay.
I got you.
So, with that being said,
Yeah. We back on the same page.
okay. Character's a man. Does this character wear shoes?
What's up with you and your foot fetish? Like that's like the only questions you ask. Like I don't.
No, because
that's-
the thing is, it was a really good clue for the last guy, but I just didn't get there.
I see. I don't know if that's his natural feet or shoes. So I'm gonna give you another question because the actual answer is I don't.
You don't know. Okay. Interesting.
I'm looking at pictures of this character, and I'm not 100% sure.
So
Y'all-
he has a game on the Switch. He is a man, and you don't know if he wears shoes.
Don't know if he wears shoes. Okay, so I think that actually eliminates a lot because no Pokemon wear shoes, right? So if he didn't know that, he would know for a fact that Pokemon don't wear shoes. So no Pokemon. He would know
I
for
was
a fact
already-
that Ken and Ryu, they're fighters. They run around barefoot. the
Little Mac,
Monkey
he would
Boys.
know.
Yeah, little
The
like
Monkey
exactly like
Boys.
a ton of the cast. You know for a fact.
I feel like y'all are playing me and not the game, but it's alright. You know what I mean?
I mean, this is meta. This is how you do things. Now,
understand.
right now, it's just me trying to think of who the hell is on the roster that fits that criteria. Man.
And you said he had a game on the Switch, right?
So what I said was he is in a game that's on the Switch.
Besides
that's
Smash.
Not Smash Brothers. Yes.
Okay. So which means he could be a supporting character.
So how many questions do I have left?
Sigma, you have 4 left.
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah.
Okay, he's throwing one away.
I need time to think.
Jeff. That was kind of a power play because he has a lot left, and that's forcing Jeff to use his last question.
Oh, I didn't realize Jeff had that many yeses.
Yeah, so he doesn't contribute to the overall.
I don't know. I feel like that shoe question was a big question.
I feel like your shoe question was just pointless to me.
Okay, that's how you feel.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. You think I always asking about shoes, oh Al Bundy. You know he's a man. No, he is in a game on the Switch. You don't know if he has shoes, which I don't know what I'm. I asked if he uses a sword, right?
Mm-hmm. No sword.
So he's not from the Fire Emblem character because they wear shoes. Olimar wears shoes because he's in that spacesuit, which has some boobies on.
You guys are going over like a lot of the stuff that I already did. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's not Ice Climbers. Like, I did Ice Climbers before. That was really good. I did Olimar before. That was really good.
We established that it's a man.
I think y'all gonna need 7 questions next time we do this.
A man in the mirror.
Come on, boy.
Okay. Let me see. Is this character human?
No.
Okay. You go, Casey.
Boom.
Yeah, because I feel like a human would either wear or not wear shoes.
You know, sometimes you got kangaroos that wear shoes.
Kangaroos? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Wait, what did the kangaroo and Tekken wear? I know they had boxing gloves, but did they have boxing shoes too?
I don't remember shoes on those guys.
Those guys. I know them guys. Those guys.
Yeah, there was 2 of them because they had the Joey in the pouch too.
And you had the Rex, little raptor.
Oh, I use Rex all the time. That fart attack is hilarious.
Of course you did. Casey, you have some questions that you need to be asked.
I'm thinking.
No, you don't.
I'm thinking.
Don't think.
Brain. I cannot conjure this roster. I was staring at this game forever yesterday, and I still know that there's tons of characters that just aren't coming to my mind. That's what happens when you have freaking 78 dudes in it. All right. Is a character from the Mario universe?
No.
Jeff, your guess. So this is a tiebreaker, right? What's going to happen if Jeff gets it wrong and Sigma uses up all his guesses or his questions and gets it wrong? You guys are going to go one question at a time. All right, whether it's yes or no. One question, one guess.
One question, one guess. One question, one guess.
Exactly. Is that the move right there, Jeff?
Yeah. Okay.
What's your guess?
So, he's a male. He's not from the Mario universe. Not from the Fire Emblem universe.
Mm-hmm.
Does not wear shoes. Can't be hero. Can't be. You said he wasn't human, right?
That's correct.
And Casey asked if it was a Pokemon, right?
No, I didn't ask that.
I don't think he asked that.
I felt like a Pokemon thing came up.
Yeah.
Oh no, we said
he said something.
I figured Pokemon.
We would know he would.
Barefoot.
Okay, he would know if he wore shoes, and the shoe answer was no, right?
The shoe answer was I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's legit. Once y'all see this, you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, is that a?" Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I would know if it was shoes or not.
Yeah, you think that, right?
It is a man.
Mm-hmm.
You said it was human?
Bro, it's not human.
Okay, so it wasn't human. Okay, It is a male, but it is not a human male.
That's right.
Shoes.
Well, take us through your thought process. Who are you counting out right now?
I've already counted out all the Fire Emblem characters, all the Mario characters.
Okay,
I would counted out all the Pokemon because you would know Pokemon. Also, you would have known if they had a game on the Switch right away.
Okay.
Little Mac is a human, so can't count him. I'm going through Kirby. I'm going through Kirby. I'm going through Sonic was there, but you know Sonic has shoes. Pac-Man I'm going through. Pac-Man most definitely has those little boots on.
Little booties.
Little boo boots on the boo boots. Duck Hunt didn't. I mean, they had the remake, I think, on it. No, they didn't.
Yeah, there was no remake for them.
And they don't have any
Yeah, they
shoes.
didn't wear shoes. You see how important that question was?
That shoe question is just not that. And for you to ask the
It's
human
helping
question,
you though.
Yeah, every time you think of a character,
You
it immediately
think about their
eliminates
shoe.
them because of the shoe question.
no.
Almost everything you said.
Damn, it's a girl. It's a girl. Doesn't know. I'm just gonna go with I'm just gonna go with Kirby.
No.
Yeah, Kirby wears shoes. I would consider those shoes. So if he didn't know that those were shoes, I'd be very concerned.
Oh, those are shoes.
But if you think about it, like, what does his feet look like? You know what I mean?
You should ask.
I know
him.
those are shoes, though.
Okay. Casey, you go.
Is it Chic?
No. You have one more question and one guess.
You had 2 questions
And
left?
didn't you ask if he was a human?
Yeah, I did.
She is definitely.
I mean,
Human.
she is Hillian. Oh, never mind.
Oh my god. Hey, you do it to
And
yourself.
it's also a male, so that was dumb.
Yeah.
But I was concentrating on
Well, no, Sheik's a girl. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. We know that this character is a male,
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
so it's dumb for me to say Chic.
All right.
Come on. You got it. You got it.
I don't think I got it, man. I can't think of this whole roster. No, Rob doesn't wear shoes.
He does.
No,
Those
he
aren't
doesn't
really
have feet, so how would he wear shoes?
Those aren't really rollers. Those are shoes.
He's got rockets on the bottom of his
Yeah, they're
casing.
shoe rockets.
We know Joker wears those fancy boots,
Them long,
He's the
luxurious
human.
legs.
and he's also a human.
Yeah. Oh, is it arson?
Why would that count as a character? It's not a Mario character, so like that's eliminating Piranha Plant. But then again, it's a pot, so I'm assuming you would say no, those aren't shoes, as opposed to I don't know if
They could
those are
be
shoes or not.
Shoes for plants. What do you mean?
Is Piranha Plant a man or a woman?
Well, you know what? That's another thing.
That's a whole nother conversation. Next time on
Jeff and Blue talk to you.
Talk to you.
That's what we gonna do.
Is this character royalty? Did I ask
Yes.
that already?
No,
No. Oh yes, I got a yes on that.
it is royalty.
Oh. What do I have? I have a guess, or I have a.
You have one guess
Yes, that's it.
before we start this.
Is it?
Use it.
Is it
Use
D&D?
King D?
Yeah.
D&D has shoes though.
Does he?
Actually, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Look
If those
at
are
those.
shoes. Hold on,
They don't-
Let me pull up DDD real fast.
Are those 100% shoes?
'Cause
I don't know.
He's a
bro.
giant penguin. Yeah, I'm unsure.
That's why I
Those
said
are
I don't
definitely
know,
shoes.
and I didn't count it against
They
him.
match his gloves. Those are most definitely shoes. His
But he's
skin
also
is
a
blue.
bird, bro.
And there's also some of these pictures
It's a
have like a little bit
bird.
of shine on it.
No,
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, those could be like flip. I don't know.
I think those are shoes, bro. It matches his hat.
Shoes
Just
with the
because
hat
they
to
match his hat, doesn't
Yeah.
maybe he got the
Watch
hat
this.
because they match his feet.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Those are probably shoes. At least, at the very least, they're like little booties. They're like socks.
I don't know, bro.
Because like the
That's
rest
why
of
I
it,
was
the rest of them
that's
is
why I said
blue.
I don't know. That's why I said I don't know. It wasn't. It's not obvious to me right off the bat.
Does DDD wear shoes?
Either
Does
way, I
Kirby or
guessed it.
King DDD wear shoes?
I am the winner.
What's Google
And it
saying?
says yes.
I'm gonna send you guys a picture of DDD naked.
Oh,
What?
no.
What? No, no.
He's wearing no clothes.
Let's go ahead and close out this podcast. Boy.
He's wearing no clothes, but he has those shoes on, so those could be his feet. By the way, this picture frames it.
Why? Who drew a naked picture of him?
I
You?
don't know, man. This says Nintendo of America on Twitter.
I don't believe that.
On Twitter. Oh my
This
Go
is
ahead and check
this is
this
Nintendo
out.
of America.
Blue, where can people find you?
My
I'm gonna forward this to you guys.
Blue Bones BLUB0NES. You can find me on Mixer at Blue Bones XB as an Xbox, Wakanda Forever. You can find me on Twitter with that same Blue Bones BLUB0NES handle. Check out the BBET's Facebook page. Check out our we got a new platform, guys.
Oh,
We
we're on
got a new
Twitch now.
platform. We're on Twitch now. BBET
Ooh.
Gaming is now live on Twitch. Make sure you hit that follow button. I know it took a while to get there, but we there.
BBET Gaming.
That's right. Twitch.tv/BBET Gaming. Check us out. Some cool stuff. You know, you're gonna see your normal videos there, but you just got another place to view it. No excuses. But yeah. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Just like we said earlier with our little Jeff and Blue talk to you. We can talk about The Witcher. We can talk about Watchmen. We can talk about both. Only if you guys let us know. All right. Jeff, where can they find you?
So you can find your favorite superhero over on Twitter, on Mixer, both at Superman Jeff 12. You can also find me on Facebook at Superman Jeff 12 Plays. Make sure to go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button. We need those likes. We need those subscriptions.
We do.
So, go ahead and if you want more content from us, those definitely help. Siggy.
Right. You can find me in the clubs right now.
Oh my
On
god.
pretty much all social media. You can find me at SigmaGears9. You can find my reviews on escapistmagazine.com as well as their YouTube channel. You can also find some work content that I've been doing at The Realm Esports. So you can search for that on YouTube as well as Twitch and the internet and blah, 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 blah. If you're in the Central Jersey area, it's an actual esports venue. Come out, play video games. We just instituted a new monthly fee type thing. It was a little bit of my idea, kind of copying Game Pass. You pay a fee every month and you just come in, you have unlimited play of everything that we have. So that's going to do it for episode 31 of the BBET GamesCast. Thanks to my two co-hosts for joining me. Happy birthday, Gamer. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Deuces.